Oh yes, Goalbusters mode. Definitely a huge difference from the regular matches. So you want to get better at Goalbusters, you want to get some more W's, maybe even get some more holiday tokens before Bianca leaves the city? You're on the right video, stay tuned, we'll go over some really helpful tips for you. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy CaptainJackAttack. Welcome back to another Super Striker League video. We are going to be going over a couple of really important tips for Goalbusters mode, as it is a very different mode from regular matches, so that way you guys can get some more holiday tokens and whatnot. But before we even start into the tips, make sure you smack the like on the video. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel as well. We're going to be doing a lot more Super Striker League content on the channel. Keep in mind guys, I got my second channel, Roblox Codes Archive, is up and running. I'm going to be moving my Roblox music code videos over to that channel. So yeah, make sure you go subscribe to that channel as well. Links in the description, and we'll hop right into the Goalbusters tips and tricks. So the first major point for Goalbusters, and also the first major tip, is that the super bar, your super bar, is the most dominating factor of the whole mode. Sometimes your super bar is actually even more important than the ball itself in the mode, because in order to score goals in Goalbusters mode, you need to have your super enabled in order to get past that force shield to score the goal. That means if you don't got super ready to go, then you might as well not even try to shoot the ball, honestly. So you see this yellow super orb power up right here on your screen? This is going to be your new best friend. This thing is going to be more important than the ball at least 70% of the time. So especially in the beginning of the game, when you just started Goalbusters mode against your opponent, throw the ball away, go after those yellow super orbs. These things are the most important thing that you could possibly go for, especially in the beginning of the matches here. The more yellow super orbs that you collect throughout the match, the better chances of you winning, because you're going to be able to get more supercharges throughout the match. That leads to more chances at scoring through that force shield as well. You gotta make sure you maintain really good advantage on your super against your opponent, so that way you'll be able to secure that W. Tip number 2. Your item orbs in the matches, they are even more important in Goalbusters mode than in regular matches, because you can use these items sometimes in order to deny your opponent from getting a yellow super orb, which will put you in advantage for the super race, you know, towards your supercharge. So make sure you grab as many items as you can. Boulders, bombs, I mean, heck, even a superstar, if you're way behind, you know, you can definitely try to knock your opponent down and try to get the super orb, maybe even 2 times too if you time a really good star. But those items are going to put you even more ahead than your opponent, because you can actually deny them from the yellow super orb, or if they have their super ready to go, you can actually waste a good chunk of their super by using the boulders on them, and then they'll probably lose like at least a couple seconds from their charge, which is really nice. That actually leads into my next tip, which is you gotta keep an eye out for your opponent's supercharge as well, and play good defense whenever he has his charge enabled. Remember, Goalbusters mode, the only way to score in this mode, unless you're really lucky, is by using your super bar, right? So if your opponent has their super ready to go and you're still charging up your super, all you can pretty much do is hope to gosh that you get a good tackle on them, maybe use your items as well in order to try to delay him, and once you get the ball from him and he still has a super ready to go, throw that ball away. Go towards their zone with it. Like, pass the ball, shoot the ball away from them as far as you can. Your number one priority is to waste their super until it's gone. That's your number one priority. Waste their super until it's gone. I repeat that because it's very, very important, especially in this mode. Once their super is gone, then you're going to be at the advantage, because now you're going to be able to get your super ready to go, and you better hope that they don't waste your super as well. So it's pretty much like a back and forth battle between supers here. Tip number 4 in the video here: use the guardians to your advantage. You know those guardians that pop up on the battlefield? Sometimes they actually try to shoot lasers at you. You can actually use those guardians to your advantage. So right before they shoot, when they're locked and loaded on the ball, charging up for their laser shot, sometimes if you really time very well, you can pass the ball over to the opponent, and then the guardians will actually shoot the ball, or shoot at the ball, but your opponent's going to be holding the ball the second they shoot it. So the guard's going to be shooting your opponent. He is going to go down. You're going to be able to take advantage of that and get the ball. Maybe grab a super orb as well. You know, it's very handy to use those guardians, especially if you don't got any items to use. You can actually use them as your item in order to knock your opponent down and get the super orb, or even if you got super ready to go, you can use it for a really easy goal as well. You also don't even have to wait until they're about to shoot their lasers. Sometimes you can use them as obstacles as well. If you're really confident in your movement in the game, you can actually go right in between the guardians and hope your opponent does the same, and if he hits the guardians, then he's down for the count for a couple seconds, so definitely helps out. Sometimes he might get hit even twice or even 3 times in a row by the guardians, so yeah, that's definitely always a good idea to use those guardians to your advantage as well. Tip number 5 for this mode, of course you can use your super strike, but I would not recommend using it from a far distance, like from the half field or whatnot. Do not use your super strike from a long distance, because if you're going to be using your super strike from such a far distance from the goal, the shot arc is going to be low and your opponent might be able to behind his goalie and block your shot right just by standing behind the goalie, because the ball's going to, instead of hit the goalie, it's going to hit him instead, and it's not going to go through the goalie into the goal. It's going to hit your opponent and the ball's going to be traveling backwards, so it's going to be a wasted attempt. And it's going to waste some of your super too if he gets that block ready to go. If you really want to use your super strike, I definitely recommend using it like right in front of the goal, or maybe as close to the goal as possible, so that way you get that high arcing shot right over the goalie and your opponent won't be able to do much to block that one. And my last tip for Goalbusters here, if you really want to get a lot of good EXP from this mode, because this mode definitely gives you a good amount of EXP to level up and stuff, maybe try doing some fully charged shots at their goalie. Maybe try doing, like, you know, using as many items as you can. Try to do a couple of super strikes, like, up close to the goal. And you're going to be getting lots of points. And those points are going to translate into EXP and even tokens as well. The only downside about this mode is that if your opponent rage quits, then you're only going to be getting, like, 58 tokens or, like, 60 tokens. Compared to like 100 tokens that I usually get. So let's just hope that your opponent doesn't rage quit, but hopefully these tips have been very helpful for you guys. I use these tips all the time whenever I play in Goalbusters, and I always get very good W's. You know, I always get a lot of good rewards and stuff out of this mode, so I definitely like it. Sometimes I like this mode a lot more than my regular matches as well, so it's definitely a fun mode to try out if you haven't yet already. Hopefully this video helps you guys out. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful tips on Super Striker League, and we'll see you guys pretty soon. Happy New Year's, everybody! 2021, hopefully it's a great year. Take care, everybody.